Next, we're taking it straight to the management of Sundaram Multi. There has been quite a bit of buzz around that counter, expecting a tie-up with the DTH business as well as an E-Class order from the state government. We've got with us Riddhi Shah, Director of E-Class, who joins in right here in our studios. Now, Riddhi, to start off with, you're a leading player in the office stationery space. For the entire year, what kind of growth trajectory are you expecting?
See, we have state-of-the-art manufacturing unit, and we are doing very well in our stationery business, in our school paper stationery business. There is a consistent growth of 15% year-to-year basis, and it's going steady, and it will keep on going. Apart from that, our newest venture, Sundaram E-Class Education System Limited, is doing exceedingly well, and we are getting a tremendous response from the customers, from the markets. So I think we are looking at outstanding success.
Sure, but just, focusing back on the office stationery business for a moment, raw material costs have been high. Is that in some manner playing on your margins, or do you expect that the margin picture will remain comfortable going forward?
See, we have a fixed 7 to 8% bottom line, and that does not change with the raw material prices going high, only because when the raw material prices go high, our prices also increase. So it doesn't affect us majorly.
Riddhi, I'm just going to get straight to the point. Your E-Class business, it's a wholly owned subsidiary, and now what we're hearing is that perhaps there's going to be an E-Class order from the state government. Is there any details that you can provide us on the same?
We are, in fact, looking at a lot of state government proposals. We have approached a lot of municipal corporations, Zilla Parishads, educational departments of lots of states, and we're receiving a very positive vibe.
So has there anything been finalized?
Everything is on an initial stage for me to say anything right now, but it is definitely a very positive response.
Right, E-Class is a new business for you. What's the sort of revenue that you are pulling in from that vertical at present, and what do you see it, how do you see it growing going forward?
Currently, E-Class, it's just the first year of business, so we are doing about 7 to 8% of the top line. But going further for financial year 2012 and 13, we see an enormous growth of, say, 60 crores of the top line and a 20% bottom line.
Suppose, give that number to us in percentage terms. You said 7 to 8% of top lines.
So currently, financial year 2011-12, it is 7 crores.
Okay, and is there also a possibility that you are looking at tying up with DTH providers providing educational content? And if so, how would this work exactly, and what kind of revenues would you garner from the same?
Our main aim is to make sure that maximum number of people can use E-Class, maximum number of people are able to make the most of it, and we spread out in the most amount of places, and a lot of our user-friendly platforms are doing really well in that regard, like E-Class through TV, projectors, television, computers, computer labs, laptops, server systems. And looking at the rigorous pace with which all these platforms are doing well, we've got a very good keen interest and very good response from a lot of DTH providers as well, but it's too soon to disclose any names.
Sure. If you could also just give us an indication with, the kind of trajectory that you're looking for in terms of your revenue growth all in all?
See, all in all, I would say for E-Class, I would like to say that there are 1 lakh state board schools in Maharashtra. There are 2 crore students going to these schools. And if we target 1%, which is 2 lakh students, along with lakhs of coaching classes, lakhs and lakhs of tutors, so the potential is tremendous for E-Class. The future is very bright, and along with that, combined with our existing paper stationery business going steady and growing at a rate of 15%, I would say for financial year 2011-12, paper stationery business would be 200 crores, and for 12-13, like I said, E-Class will go from 60 crores and then 50% growth year after year after year. So the future looks very bright for us.
Right. So, sure. So since you're talking about E-Class's revenues, growing at such a strong pace, are you looking at taking E-Class to market?
We are looking at it, and it is obviously one of the things on the agenda. But currently, we are focusing completely on doing business, on spreading out as much as possible, making the most of our first movers advantage.
So when would you, any timeline that you're looking at?
No, nothing
for this?
fixed.
Okay, if I'm not mistaken, you also had a promoters pledging shares. We got the news of that 2% as well as 1.26%. So tell us the reason for the same and what the promoter holding currently stands at.
The promoter holding currently is 62%. Rest all is open. And we believe in creating customer value, our shareholders' value. So we thought of, we've declared a bonus of 2 shares for every 1 share held by our shareholders.
You've also signed that MOU with the All India Council for Professional Training and Research. Any more such ventures that we can expect?
That's right. See, like I said, we want to reach out to maximum number of people and as soon as possible. So we have a huge dealer distributor network where there are 10,000 retail stores who are selling E-Class. We are spread out through distributor network in semi-urban and rural areas as well. So in the same direction, going further in same direction, we would like to, go ahead, and that is why we've tied up with All India Council of Professional Training and Research for them to market and sell E-Class through their 1,000 computer centers.
All right, Riddhi Shah, many thanks for coming in on the show and actually talking to us about E-Class's plans in particular and also giving us a sense of which way Sundaram PAP is headed. Let's take the focus away from the company. As you can see, the stock, of course, up very strongly. Based on our conversation with the management, it is up over 50 rupees as we speak.